fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Hi, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, so today is Friday. The week is over. We're talking about reversing sort order for numbers in FileMaker with custom functions, which will be awesome. This is an ongoing on and off series that Nick does when we have random single days that get emptied for whatever reason. And this has been a really awesome series. I know a lot of you have wanted the sample file. I think there's one more after this, right, Nick, before we hand over the sample
Yeah,
file?
yeah, there's one more, yes.
Okay, which I think happens early October. So hold your
Yeah.
horses, everybody. Uh, real quick, if you'd like to support the channel, there's a couple options. Feel free to pick up one of our annual subscription training bundles. You just scroll down here, you'll see these. Like I say every time, but for those of you who don't know, well, we do a lot of live streams. We have an enormous amount of live stream content you can go back and look at. Our live streams are also all long. I know that doesn't work for everybody. We have very animated, very specific videos that cover very specific topics, which you probably will find more your speed if you find that the more conversational, hour-long discussions of live streams to not be up your alley. Two other ways you can support us. You can feel free to write us a review at Google at fmtraining.tv. Feel free to give us a lookup and give us, well, whatever star rating you think we deserve. But that helps with the searches and the SEO. And it doesn't cost any money, so just a little bit of time. The other option is that if you look at all this, you're like, man, this FileMaker stuff is really awesome and I really want to do it, but I really don't want to actually have to code it myself. You can reach out to us. fmtraining.tv is owned by Richard Carlton Consulting, aka we are a consulting company. We have a ton of really awesome FileMaker senior engineers. You've met many of them on the streams themselves. J-Ray is us, J-Ray. That's his nickname in the company of many years. Jonathan Ray was just in the stream yesterday. Nick is here. Obviously, he's one of our senior engineers on a regular basis, sharing all of his knowledge with the world. But if you'd like to hire them directly and our other senior engineers, you absolutely can. Feel free to send us an email at support@rcconsulting.com. Support@rcconsulting.com, which makes me sound like a telecom lady. Um, Two other things. I know we got my announcements have grown exponentially recently. Real quick. Richard and I will be going to Full Access. Full Access is a FileMaker conference, kind of like Pause on Air. It's small, it's personable, it's cuddly. There will be FileMaker people there, a lot of awesome other developers. Feel free to stop by. It's also in a really pretty area. And a Jesuit retreat, which I'm sure will be nice and relaxing. If you want to talk to Richard or other FileMaker people, they will be there hanging out. And the last thing is I have been requested by FileMaker Engineering to send you all to ETS. They are doing some major testing on some really cool, newer, frankly, FileMaker products happening right now, like new, really cool, serious stuff. And they desperately want feedback from the wider, frankly, base of developers at large. Obviously, platform developers will go through ETS and do judgment. They also want judgments from all the other billions of, not billions, but there's a ton of really cool independent FileMaker developers out there. A lot of them watch this stream. I've met many of you. You all are fantastic. Feel free to go sign up for ETS at ETS, as in the letters ETS, at claris.com. And feel free to send me a second email if you haven't heard back from them yet. Okay. With that all being said, I think we're good. Nick, what are we doing
Yes.
today?
Today is more about reversing date, I think, that numbers. We did numbers last week.
Did I mess
Yeah,
this up? I thought we did
it's
dates
okay.
last week.
Oh, it was date? No, it was number last week.
Oh, okay. So
Okay, so
now we're
so we
doing
covered,
dates.
yeah, yeah, but which is pretty much last week I said I'm doing the dates, then I'm doing the number, and then the date will come, and the date and number are very similar.
Hmm.
It's not, it doesn't really worth it or a day or full day, but I can, the next one, I will do a little bit of the next one because instead of having a big next one, I will have like a part tonight today. Okay, so remember what we want to do here. We want to get a programmatic sort order, right? We know, so I'll repeat a little bit, but it's to put people in perspective. For sorting, we have no way than to do this. We need to go there and do this, and to hard code, right? There's no way even going to a script, you know, I have this, and go here. I have no way. I cannot do this. I cannot have a specify and put a calc here, right? So it needs to be like this, right? It needs to be hard coded. That means if I want to do a sort, a custom sort. So I have a good example. Let me check in, log in one file. I'm going to show you. I have a good example that I can show you guys, and it will take some time because it seems I'm far away. But so we want to make sure we want to build a feature that FileMaker doesn't have. Okay, a feature where we can programmatically sort without these crazy hard-coded scripts, right? And be able to implement that in a simpler way. I mean, simple way, the simplest way as possible, because unfortunately, FileMaker didn't help at all for that, you know. Sort still have this very cumbersome and difficult way to implement it. I'm going to show you, you know, I have to summarize this, and I'm going to show you there an example of the difficulty we encounter with the find, okay? But so the difficulty we have, and this is why FileMaker has this, why we have field type, number, text, dates, why we have this, why we cannot just have one field type, right? Like field, and can be whatever, right? Well, it's because of sorting, and it's because indexing, right? So sorting, indexing, right, is the reason why we have the field type. Okay, so last time I demonstrate, and I can still demonstrate here, I don't know. Okay, so it's happening. Sort demo. Do I have a demo here? Sort demo, sort. I might have it here. I have a sort in my sort. No, I don't have it here. I have a sort. I had a sort on my sort test. Yeah, it's there. Okay. So you remember this, right? When I was doing like, you know, when you sort like this, 14, 15, 20. So let me put it back, 30, right? And 31. So here, if I sort numbers in a text field, so this is a text field, you know. Here I can put letters, numbers, right? I can do, that's a text field. But if I sort numbers in a text field, this is what happens. 1, 10, 11, 2, 20, 3, 30, 4, 40, etc. This is how it sorts, right? If I sort a number field, where here I cannot put, you know, I mean, it's a number field, right? So if I sort the numbers in a number field, that's okay. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I'm okay, right? But if I sort this like this, boom, right? It doesn't work. Well, we have the same issue for dates, okay? I cannot sort a date in a text field. It needs to be a date field. But how I can sort a date, right, in a text field? That is the problem, okay? How I can put a date here, right? Like put a date and be able to sort the text field with a date. So this is what I'm going to show. So first, what is a date? So here we have the date, right? So here is the let's start with another example. Get current date. Oops. Okay, this is today. Okay, 2025. This is today. So here, from where FileMaker starts the dates, it starts from the 1st January of the year 1. So we cannot go 0, right? Or minus. We cannot. So the 1st of January of 0001. Okay, that's the beginning. Okay, so I can take this, the date, and get it as a number. So this is the first day that FileMaker will count. The 2nd of January, 3rd of January, the 4th of January, and the 1st of, the 1st of February of the year 1, that will be the 32nd day from day 1. Okay? That means 31 day in January plus 1 of February of the year 1. Okay? So if the 1st January of the year 1, the 1st January of the first 2 will be the 366th day since the beginning. Okay? Since day 1. Yes, it's 365 days plus 1. Right? Because it's the 1st January of 2nd day, and the 3rd year, and the 4th year, So what if today day it's the 739,000 day, 513. It's a 739,513 days since day 1. Okay? If I divided this by 365, because we have they played in the 15th century, they played, they removed 10 days, right? And we have some years we have 364 days, some years, but pretty much we 2026, which is okay, you know what I mean? So that means if I take how many days since day 1, right? This is a day today. We are in 25. If I divide this by 364, let's say, or 66, or 65, it's okay. I told you that they played in the calendar. If you go in October of 1582, you will see that, or 1482. I don't remember when they play with this. Let me ask my friend. New chat here. Let me ask this. When did they removed 10 days in the medieval? Yeah, in 1582, I was right? So when they switch, to they switch calendars, so they get rid of 10 days, right? And to match the new calendar. Okay, so that's why we have these discrepancies like this. and they play, you know, they play with the calendar. So, and if you go, by the way, that's funny because it was in October. Yeah. So if I go, that's funny. If I go, here and I say, when was this? Yeah, the 4th, 10 of 1582, right? And if I say 5, boom, we go, you know, 4. Yeah, I need to, then 4, 410. Yeah, because it's changed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Anyway, so they play with the date. So, but you understand what I mean. So that means I can get a date. Sorry, get current date. I can get a date as a number. Okay, as a date, as a number, the number. So now you understand that it's easy to sort a date as a number. You know, so what do we do, you know, to get as a number? How I get this? So I have a custom function for you, okay, which is here. What do I need? What do I want to, you know, I have a date here, current date, actually a current date. So that's the number of my current date, okay? That my current date number, the equivalent of how many days since day 1, this is it. And remember what I told you last time when we want to sort numbers in a text field without this problem of 1, 10, 11. We put in front some zeros, right? So if I do this, now I have no problem. Okay. Let me do this. And if I do this, the 2 go exactly like where it should be, right? And the 20 stay where it should be. If I put here the 3, it go where it should be. Because putting zeros in front, right, we fix the issue of sorting, right, number in a text field. That fixes it, okay? So if I fixed how to sort a number in a text field, ergo, getting the date as a number, well, by the same token, I can sort a date as well as a number in the text field. You got it? Question, anybody?
Uh, yeah, a year is now 365.25 days. So you get 366 days in a leap year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So FileMaker can get a date as a number from day 1. You know, from the 1st January of the first year in the Gregorian calendar. Okay, the one we use. Well, that the first, that the day one. So if the today he say, okay, you are 753,000, and you know. So every day of the calendar since day one has a number, right? So and then I can get that number. So I get the date as a number and I put some zero in front to cut the problem. And remember that we want to be able to reverse that. Okay? So if I said, yes, I want descending, we change. It gets descending. So I reverse the number. Remember how I do that? The custom function. So let's open the get the date sort order, right? Let me, okay. So I get the text, I get as number, whatever is there, can be text, can be date, but can be whatever, right? I get as a number and I get as a text, right? Because I don't know what this will be. Actually, I could name it data if I want. That could be dates, that could be whatever, okay? But I need to get it as number and then get as text. It needs to get this, I need to get that done, okay? So why at the end, right? So why this? So let me explain. Since we have time, I can explain. Let's say I have a date. This is a date field. This, it's a date field, okay? So I have a date, okay? This is the date, oops. This is the date, okay? I can just say get as number. But if I get as number, right? I remember I want to add 0 in front of this, right? But I want to make it, I want to get that calculated, right? So I want this to make sure that this will be gotten as text. So I get all of this and I make it as text, okay? To make sure that I have no pollution there, right? So I get it a number and text, right? To make sure. It's just a precaution, okay? And then I run my magic here. I can explain again the magic here, right? Remember here, I did an example here. Here I had 4 zeros, okay? But here I have 3 zeros. Why? Because I want the same amount of digits here. I have 4 zero because I have 1 unit here. But here I have 10. I would have 2 zero if I had 100, because I still need the same amount of numbers, of digits in that number, right? So each time if I had 1,000, it would have been like this. 10,000, it would have been like this, right? Same amount of digits inside the number, correct? To do that, we use the right function, okay? So let's assume I use 9 to go to the billion. Then we covered. Okay. So let's say I have 0, 0, 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 0. And get, oh, get as text, get as number, get current date. Okay. So, but I want only 9 digits. I don't want 9 digit plus this. This is my max. Okay. So I'm using the right function. And I said how many numbers I have. I want 9. So from the right, right? So that was my full. That was a full. Okay. That's the full. But I just want the 9. Right? So it from the left, from the right, he said I want 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see? So I have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? It took 9. If I had more, an additional number here, it would have removed a 0 here. Okay? It would have push. Questions so far?
Just asking in hope, is there such a thing as an empty FMP file with the best custom functions set up? Like, do you have like an empty FMP file that has
Yeah, I
your
have
custom
this.
functions? So,
And I've one. Um, let me check. I'm looking for sure. Where's my Nick custom function? Here. Oh, I think it's up to date. Let me check if I have those. Um, I have plenty here. Yeah, I have the sort. They're here, but I'm not sure they are up to date. So let me delete this and make sure that you have the latest of those. Because I made some change here and I have this one too. So let's copy this, paste here. I can share with you. Sort, and I have another one here. Custom function. This one. Yeah, this one is, I don't remember why did I put this. Get list of items. I have no idea why I have this. I might have done a demo during the webinar, but it's okay. I can put it here. Yeah, I'm going to send it to you. You have plenty. You have good thing here. You know. For example, I have one here. Um, one is time frame out. Oh, this one is, you know, because when you say you want a time frame, for example, you know, it's time frame house here, time frame house. Okay, you say you start at let's do military time. Okay, 2300 hours. Oops, right? And 5 500. You see what happened? I'm doing a time frame resetting at midnight. Let's do like a 20. 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10, 11, 12 a.m., 1 a.m. I'm not doing a stupid time frame time frame like this because I can't see it blocked. I'm blocked because I can't do that, right? If I do 22, yeah, it works. No? Oh, I need to get by. Anyway, this one was a long. It was a long research, but you have a good thing here. Anyway, so other questions?
Yes. In your digit map, why didn't you convert the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to just the first 10 letters of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, H, J? It would then sort as text without having to do the 0, 0 padding.
Why you want to put letters in the number? I mean, the zero padding in front is because we are in numbers. I don't want letters in the middle. So you said you want A, B, C? Don't get it.
So it will sort as text.
Yeah, but I want to sort numbers in a text field. So that's the purpose of that demo here. If I sort without a text field, if I sort numbers in a text field, you do 35, 36, 37, and then 4, and then 40, 41, 42, and then 5, and then 50. You don't do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will do 1, 10, 11, 2, 20, 21, 3, 31 to cut this problem of sorting digit in a text field. We put zeros in front. But if I put letters, then boom, now it's on the back because there's A. So now we have the A on in the middle, right? So it doesn't work. We need to stay, with consistency. If we put letter here, everything goes south. I want to sort a number in a text field, in a field defined as text. If we do that, we have the 110, 220, 330. To cut that issue, to get the text field to sort numbers inside the text field, we put the text field with the number and we put zeros in front. That's how we do. That's how many banking software does, right? So this text, number, date, type, this is really, really FileMaker-ish stuff. Doesn't exist in another world. This is FileMaker-ish stuff. Okay? So, and they kept like this. So there's many, many other platforms where they don't have this. And to sort text, they have to use that tricks, by the way. It's not something I made up, That's something we know for decades. So thanks to this, I can use one, because the goal is to have one unique field where I can say sort, one field, and in that field, I can put whatever I want, text, number, and dates, and still able to sort whatever dates, text, and numbers, and to be able to sort ascending and descending, even though, It's the same field, the same scripts. I will have one unique, and that I'm going to explain now. I will have one unique sort. I don't have this. So let me show you. I think it's open. Yeah. Let me go there and show you the problem. The problem is this. So we have, those are sorts. Those are sorts, but this is not the big one. The big one, I want to show the less as possible, but the big problem, let me go. It's coming. Go to the list view. So we have this. All of those are sorts, okay? Sort, viewed invoice in total, ascending, descending, ascending, descending, okay? All of those are sorts. All of those, right? And all of those are sorts, right? All. And if you want to go even more crazy, let me show you. So what do you think this has been implemented? Let me show you. This view, okay. 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 All of those are sorts. Sort. Okay? So how this has been done? I didn't build that. The customer built it, you know, but there's no other way than to do like this. Look. Each button is a sort. You have to double click. Button setup. Okay. Sort, click here, right? And say, I want to sort, double click here, and boom. I have to decide this. It's hard-coded in the button. It's there. That one button, it does this. Now I need to go and build another button and open this and do same active but descending. And the same for this one, and 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 this one. Okay, so do you think how many hours double click descending? Okay, now you validate, right? Go to the other button, right? Open the button, click here, select the field. Okay, ascending. Now, again, go here and double click it. Okay, and you need to do that all of this, right? And all of this, all this. Okay? And it's hard coded. There's no other way. Okay? Or you choose, or you can say, okay, I want to sort by description, this ascending, and quantity like this, and total price, right? Sort. You can decide, and it's saved, and I can reuse whenever I want, right? Can do, oh, I want quantity, sort, right? So you can do this, or if you have extra days of painful development. If you like the BDSM, I know we have audience that they love it, right? Well, if you love it, right? Something like this, it's up to you, right? Especially because this is, I'm sorting records here, okay? I'm sorting record, but here I'm sorting a plural, right? Ascending, descending, dates, number, and text. Which script did I change, and how you can do that? You know how we can do that with this. So how I got this sorted like this, you know, D C B A, boom, A B C D, right? Now this is text. Now by number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 20, right? Okay, if I click here, click 20, right? Am I okay? Okay, now by dates, 12, 24, 12, 17, 11. So and now I do the opposite. 118, 12, 24, right? So how I can do that? I didn't modify any freaking scripts, and I don't have 2 billions total overlapping with a sort here, you know, like, because I know that the trick we do, we have like 5, 6 total, right? But how you could have a total if I decide that I want to sort by description and by quantity and by total price, you know, or like this, and sort. How you can have a predefined total with that configuration in the sort. That means you will have everything, you know. So that means you need this and this and this ready, like this, hard-coded, right? Yeah, but if you want to change it, you go specify. So you go layout mode, double click in the portal, you go specify, and you change your order. That's what you want to do, because that's the only option you have, right? Correct? Or do you have another option? Oh yeah, I know what you will say. I know. You say, oh yeah, Nick, it's easy. You do description, quantity, and you do total price, and then you duplicate, and then you do another one, you know, and you do like this, and you do like this, right? Like this, and you do like this, right? And then you duplicate again the pole, and you hide this pole, show the pole, show the. Yeah, oh, that great design. Let's say I want to add a field here. Oh, I need to add the field on every single polar you duplicated. Oh, wow, this is great design, right? So here, for example, if I want to have the combination possible, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is 6? What is 6 power 6? Okay. So you need to build 46,656 pole, pretty much. No, sorry. 36 pole. So that's what you need, right? So you need 36 pole to get all the combination possible here, right? You know what I mean? So you need 36 pole to get everything possible with those fields. I said that great. right? I said that's awesome. That awesome design though. That means if you want to modify the font of one field, you have to change on 36 times, right? And I'm pretty sure that will be super, super, super fast, by the way. I'm being sarcastic. Any questions?
What field did you place in the sort dialog to be dynamic? Question mark.
Okay, yeah. So let's start talking about this. So now we do a little bit of the next webinar, okay? So we start, here the catch. And so why it is good that we did all this naming and object-oriented and everything, right? What's good? Because now you will understand what's happened here. Okay. I have here a field in this table, right? I have here this field here. Oh, that was for demo. I have this one. Yeah. I have the blob. So what is the blob? So what is a blob? Okay. Let's say in that record, okay, this record is not changing. Nothing is going to change. I mean, the item, the quantity, the unit price, the total price, this is it, it's there, right? So a blob is pretty much everything calculated, is there. Everything I could need for my sorting is there, right? So I have the date in numbers, the date reversed in number, the description normal, the description reversed with the add dash technique. I don't know if you remember that. The quantity normal, the quantity reversed, the record ID reversed, the total price reversed, unit price reversed. Everything is ready in a blob. I have for every single record is there. Okay? Every single record. Because this is it, it's there. You know, I don't need to calculate that all the time, right? Do I need to calculate that all the time? Do I need to calculate that each time I want to sort? No, I don't need to calculate that. You know, I pre-calculate what I need. We call that a blob. And that is also part of the oriented objects coding. You have a field with everything you need predefined. That means you can gather there, you can create a blob for everything you need. Let's say, I don't know, you need how many, let's say you have a contact, for example, and you need to know how many invoice this contact has, how many project this contact has, how many account this contact have, how much this contact owe you, what the last time he paid you, what the last time you called him, what is preferred phone number, all of those things, because how many invoice come from another table, right? You have an invoice table, you need to calculate that, right? But it's okay. You compute it once and you keep that in one field you call blob. And you can have info blob, billing blob, sort blob, whatever blob. You gather in one object data scatter all over the place, but you get that in at once, is there, and it will change only if, well, if you add an invoice for that guy, okay, don't forget to come here and update the trigger to update the blob. But then, bam, it's a timestamp, it's a stamp, it's stamped, is frozen. At that time, right now, this guy on the item D, there's one quantity, 118, 118 and 24, and that will never change until you change it, right? So why you want to always calculate everything? What do you want me to calculate always everything, right? How to get this calculated on the fly? Why to get this calculated on the fly? This. No. You create a blob. Okay. You create a blob. Everything there, frozen. If it change, right? If I call, I don't know, if I call ID DEEEE, I change the name, right? So I update the trigger, and now here it will be item DEEEE, and the description reverse has changed as well, you know? But that's it. That's it. Yeah. Done. I'm done. You know, it will never change, right? You understand? It's like the age of somebody. The age of somebody will be the same age 365 days in a year. It will change the age at the date of his date of birth, of the month and the day of the date of birth. Boom, you change the day, you know. So that's why you want to calculate the age all the time. No, you calculate the age of somebody at the date, you know. You understand? That's the same here. Why you want me to, each time you sort by description or by why changing? So you click, you build a blob, right? And you collect all the data. And this technique here is good for everything. You create a blob, and here, yes, I'm using JSON, right? Because now I can say, okay, what do I want here? You know, what do I want here? Let me check. Okay, in this JSON blob, well, I want the date or the description. Yeah, but I want the description reversed. Right? So I can call whatever I want. So when I sort, right, before I was calculating this and this, I was asking FileMaker to get me the description with reverse. Pretty much I was asking FileMaker to run each time I want to sort for each record. I want FileMaker to get to proceed with this for each record, each time I wanted to sort. Instead, now, when I sort, I said, no, go there and get it done. That's not the same thing. Not at all. You know, pretty much I said FileMaker, okay, JSON get element this, or JSON get element this. It's not the same of saying for thousands of records, for each record, go and do this. You got it, right? So now you understand the benefit of the blob. Imagine that you have things you always want for a contact, right? Like I said, how much that customer owe you, right? Okay. So you calculate once and you put that on the blob. And you can get that info from anywhere, right? So you have a blob. So if you have a lot of info, you must have different blob, like I do most of the time. I have info blob, right? Like, I don't know, last time I called him, or last time he called me, or last email I sent to him, or how many times I sent a letter to that guy. So stuff, whatever. That info blob. Then I have the billing blob. Oh, how much he owed me, the last time I sent an invoice, the last type of invoice I sent to him, if I received a payment, how much I received, if it's a full payment, partial payment. I get all this information in the billing blob. Then I have the communication blob, and whatever blob you want, right? And I have the sort blob. That's the sort blob where I pre-compute everything I need for further use, right? But I compute it once when I create the record and I put my quantity, boom, blob ready, and I can use and abuse it as much as I want. And instead of doing all the time, doing like I was doing for the demo, like this, each time I was asking FileMaker, do this, do this, do this, do this. Can you imagine, if getting all of this, blum, 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 and then case, which is super slow. If it's dates, do this. If it's number, do this. If it's text, do this. Oof, that was big. Correct? Okay, do we follow? Do you follow, guys?
The blob calculation circles all the fields of the record? Question mark.
No. No, why all the, no. Why, it's not all the fields. The blob is, I want things pre-calculated. This info, I don't have it. I need to calculate it based on the quantity. This here is 400 here because I have 4 here. So it's pre-calculated. I don't want each time, like I said, each time I'm sorting, I don't want to get this calculated for each record. I have it. It's done once. It will never change. 20 is 20. $81 is $81. I don't change that until I change it. And if I change the blob for that record. Boom. It's done. Boom, boom. I change the blob for that record. And then I can use that blob to feed with the info inside this, but pre-computed, prepared. I don't need to do it again. Can you imagine if I need to calculate that for 1,000 records all the time I want to sort? How slow that will be, and how fast it is to just say, oh, I want to sort by quantity. So this is what my script do. Okay? This is what my script do. In the here, right? Yeah. Trigger. Okay. So when I sort, so let's see what the sort do, right? I have a list of fields, right? So let's start easy, okay? I want to sort by date. See here, I want to look this. I want to sort by description. This field now has, let me isolate this. Do I have their ID? Let me show the ID invoice. Okay. Okay. I say here, I want to sort by description, right? The script in this field, it puts whatever is in description, right? So it puts whatever here. Actually, I can remove this. I put whatever's here, I put here. But in fact, what it did, whatever I have this here, it put here. I asked for description. I sort by description. So I have the description in that field. And I'm sorting on that field, the Z sort order get blob. This is the field that I sort. This is a field I have set in this relationship. This is a field which will receive the data I'm sorting on. To reverse the sorts, I use the add bash technique in that unique field, which is this, its set is defined as text ascending. But thanks to everything that I explained to you, that I can now sort numbers in a text field, dates in a text field. And thanks to the add bash technique and the reverse number with zero in front technique, I can reverse text in an ascending field. And I can reverse number in the text field ascending. So now if I do this, I'm sorting this text, which is item A, add bashed reversed. So now if I sort with this field, it sort D, C, B, A, because this is item D in the add bash technique. Sorted in a text field ascending, but the text itself inside is reversed. Same if I said, okay, I want a quantity, right? And I want like this, right? So now here I have 100, 200, 300. Remember, is because I want to get rid of the two decimal, right? So I multiply it by 100 to get rid of the decimal problem. So this is sorted in the text field 12, 20. I'm sorting correctly. Even this is a text field because I have the 0000 in front. So I fixed the numbers in the text field sorted. I fixed the issue, the 1, 10, 11, 2, 20, 21, 3. I fixed that issue, right? Then if I want to reverse that, boom, I have my reverse. So the 100 now, right? The 100 became, for example, the 1 became 8999 because it's 100 reversed. So now if I sort this ascending, I have the right order 20, 12, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, quantity descending. If I change this, I change the data inside that field and boom, I get another order. because this is a field I am ordering. Hold on. No, this is a field I'm ordering. I order on that field. I'm feeding that field with the data. I'm feeding the field with the data I want to sort. I want to sort description. I'm putting whatever in description, boom, here, right? And then I sort by description. But instead of each time I sort, each time I action this, instead of doing all the calculation of the add dash and the reverse, instead of doing this all the time, I have prepared everything in a blob. Everything is there, ready to use. It's like, it's like a food you have from the restaurant, and you just have to pull out of the fridge and put in the microwave. Is that faster, or do you want to cook everything, right? That's exactly the same thing. This is a frozen food. I pull out of the freezer and I put in the microwave. It's ready because it's why you want me to calculate that all the time, which this is not changing all the time. It might change twice or 3 times in the life of the record. Big deal. I'm updating this and I'm getting this updated. Do I need to get 1,200 record recalculated all the freaking time I want to sort? No. So instead of getting the data from that description field, right, I have it calculated. The date and the date reverse, the description and the description reverse, the quantity and the quantity reverse. Everything is ready. So when I do this, what do I do? Well, I do this. This, I have a pesos, right? Set order, right? So I replace my trigger, right? And I just have a calculation that says, get the sort key by name, right? So that's something I'm going to explain next time, okay? So did you get did you get the blob, right? And did you get why I'm doing this instead of recalculate all the time? Instead of each time you want to eat a lasagna bolognese, well, you have it cooked by the restaurant, you have in the freezer, and you just have to unthaw, right? Or do you want to do the lasagna from scratch each time you want it? So did you get the advantage of the blob?
Some questions about the blob.
Okay.
Is the blob an auto enter calc?
It could be. I made it auto entry, but I will. It's not right now. It's not okay. It's because I will have a webinar based on this, because I changed my mind on the auto entry. It's not saying that what I was saying is not true, but store calculation are better in some ways. Okay, not for all, but here it's a calculation. It's an unstore calculation. Still need a trigger though. It can be both. It can be auto entry or unstore calc, but still need a trigger because it's unstored. And you don't, it's stored, sorry, it's a stored calculation, stored, right? Don't click this. This will be super slow. This, right? and you need to recalculate when you need on the fly. Okay? But the blob, it's the best, is the best technique ever, because you can get. Did you get the advantage of this? No, you didn't get it. Like getting all what you need from one record, you can get all what you need thaw in frozen in your freezer, and when you need it, you just thaw it. It's the same thing, right? You have everything there. I'm not saying you need to pull all the freaking database in one field. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that sometimes there's thing you need all the time. Something you need. How many, like I said, how many invoice, how many money he owes you, what the total, how many object, how many product, how many account, how many, whatever things that you need to calculate that comes from all the table. Just calculate it once and then reuse it whenever you need it, and not having all those calc that goes to all the table all the time that make everything slow, right? No, you concentrate everything in one blob, like a JSON stuff, right? I didn't invent anything. This is JavaScript. This is C++. This is, Xcode. That's what they do. How do you think they do all that so fast? How you think they even do you know that sometime when you go YouTube and or music in your phone, sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast. Did you notice this? Sometimes you ask for something and it's super fast, and sometimes you ask for something, boom, you change your mind. You ask for something completely different, or anything you did on music, and boom, it's sluggish. You know why? Because they do anticipation. They pre-downloaded things that normally the majority of people over the world, when they go to that music, they ask for that one. They call that, or there's a name, perceived anticipation, perception, whatever, it's a 7 names, right? So they, based on the billions of users, they have a database and they know. You understand? You understand that? Like, for example, when you type in your keyboard, I don't know if you know that, that's an anecdote. When I was at Apple, I talked with, when I was there, I was talking to people. They worked on the original iPhone and stuff like that. That was, I learned so many things. That blob stuff, by the way. And the first iPhone was so tiny, right? So let's pull the first iPhone. First iPhone. We talk about this one. This one. This one, right? We talk about this iPhone. See how small it was? Okay. So the minimum button possible was 24 pixels, right? Okay. So, but I couldn't put all the characters on the keyboard, right? They couldn't put all the characters and have a dedicated space for each one, right? So they did something crazy and it worked. This perception anticipation. They say, okay, he typed A, and now he's typing, let's put a keyboard on my face here, I can see. So he typed A, and now it might have type a T or Y, right? But it could be, based on what it was typing before, right? I think it's a Y. You know what I mean? So they were doing that a prediction because they have to share one button with multiple letters on the keyboard. Okay? Well, so, and that's the reason why it's fast is because when you go to music, even when you browse stuff like this, they pre-download things that you might, right? Netflix work like this, right? For example, go Facebook, right? And then cut internet. Don't unplug internet. Just deactivate. Just unplug the Ethernet from the modem from your router, right? You will see Facebook will play 3 seconds of all the videos you have in your list, right? For the next 5, 6, 7 videos, it will play the 2, 3 second, first second, and then stop. Because he made a blob of the 5, 6, 7 next video. He made a blob of 2, 3 seconds to make it appearing faster when you have the internet, right? You type on the video, boom, it plays immediately. Without the scrolling, you scroll, boom, 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 right? How do you think that happened? How do you think that scrolling like this, the video starts immediately, right? Is because as you scroll, the app pre-downloaded 2, 3 seconds of the next 5, 6, 7 videos, and it does that as you scroll, it does that, and then you have the impression that everything fast. That the blob technique. Got it?
Yes, we do have some questions. Someone wanted you to pull up the blob in detail, like pull up the calculation for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you won't see anything. It's hidden here. So yeah, it's a custom function because none of this is easy. What you see here is one of the most advanced. Look, I'm working on this the last 35 years. Okay? The last 45 years. I worked on this. So it's not a 2 minutes feature I just pulled out my hat, right? So why I'm presenting that to you, because now I have it done the right way, like it should work, without flawless, because not only I can sort by item, but, and that will pull your brain a little bit shaky, I can by description and quantity and total price. I want the quantity descending, sort. Now, here in this field, this is what you have. I have the item, the description. I have the quantity descending and the total price in each field. Now, if I sort in a multi-value field, as is, is like doing this. Is the same. Quantity, first, description, ascending, quantity, descending, total price, ascending. Is like doing this. What I've done here in this field, sorting in one field with the data set as I set it inside is like doing this. So now I have a full programmatic sort mechanism like I always wanted, right? Because now for this customer who has all of those sort button, I will have one menu and you can sort. And the bottom here, you can have a button, but the button is, oh, which field you want to sort. You pull the field, right? But it could be a script, one, and it is one script. And what will fry your brain, right? You will say, oh yeah, but Nick, you need to type, how you get that menu. You need to type it. No, I don't. I don't need to type anything. I really don't. What I need to do, because I took care of that as well. I go, and then we go because it's 24. I go to, where's I don't remember. I think it's this. Yeah. I go here, and then I need to build a script that do that. But if I go here, hold on, yeah. If I delete this, okay. Yeah, it's gone. So let's say, okay, you want to add a field in that list, or you want to remove a field. I want to remove record ID. I don't want to sort by record ID anymore, right? Well, I go here, I remove the field from that layout, and I go here. I think I have the update button works now. No, I need to delete the record and put it. Yeah, I need to fix this, but it's okay. Update, okay. So now it's not there anymore, record ID, right? So what I'm doing here to get that list of fields, right? I'm not typing, I'm not typing. The list of fields, I'm getting the field name because we have this feature that nobody knows. We have the field names. From a dedicated layout. So here, if I go to that layout and I pull like this, and whatever this, all of those fields, correct? In that layout, just I pull them. Well, now they're here. And I can use them for sort. Because I'm asking to sort by the field name. Everything is tied to the field name. So I get the correct field name because I pull the field name from the layout with a function that pull the field names. that are in the layouts. So I know I have a layout dedicated for this. So I need to have a button that do that, right? But if I add a field in the list, right? I go to that layout, I'm adding the field, boom. And that's it. If I don't want it, well, I remove the field from the layout, right? And now it's not there anymore, right? So all of this, so thanks to this, right? To get all of those things here, 1, 2, 3, right? I have a while and I'm asking, so that next week, I'm asking, all the fields, but I'm sucking from the blob. The script is here. We can have a quick snip of the script. Where is the script? Yeah, I think it's a auto entry with a custom function. So here I have a custom function, the get sort keys. So I have the list of fields, right? So I'm here. So I have a get sort keys. The JSON is my blob, right? And let's say I have a list of, I want description and quantity. I think I don't need this. And I want one, something like this. I don't know. I don't remember yeah, it's like this, right? So here, right? So I want the description and quantity both descending, right? So if I want them all ascending, like this, something like this, right? So the get sort key, I get all the list. If I select multiple fields, it gets from the blob, it get but next week we'll do that, because I'm doing like a get, the gets. I have a custom function which is make everything simpler, but the get sort keys, right? You get the list of the key, the list of the orders, and then I do my magic here. But, I didn't say this is easy, but it's easy to implement because, you have pretty much this and this field to put in your field, in your table, right? So what you need to do is simple. It's just to, copy those custom function, sort, you copy them copy the folder, copy them all, and then you copy those two fields. That's it. As is. And the scripts. So custom function first, field second, and then the scripts. For each table where you want to sort like that, like this, right? And the script very simple because it does nothing. There's a sort and a piece of that goes with it. Right? But okay, this you will never see that anywhere in the internet. Doesn't exist. I make it, and I couldn't have made it without ChatGPT. It would have been impossible because it came with the idea I didn't have. Right. Which is the add bash technique. I didn't come with this, right? And then after that, everything was like automatic because it came to me like to do the same as the add bash, but with the zeros for the numbers. Ergo, I got the date fixed. Ergo, after that, I came with the blob to get it faster, right? And everything was like. But this file that I'm going to give you is worth $10,000. If you ask me to build this, if you say, oh, Nick, I want this technique, right? That will have cost you. Research, builds, and the quality of build, because this is not done yet. Because now that I have this, I can have my saved sorts. I can on the fly sort save, so save sorts, right? On the fly without any scripts. I add one. I say I want my description as descending and quantity ascending and total descending. Saved. And I can reuse it as I want. It's saved. No, where's the script? No script. You understand? I can reuse this or this or this. I can even modify, say, no. Total price, I want like this. See? It changed the what's the name? The icon here change, change. Okay. Because this tells you ascending, descending, descending, right? And you have this icon here. And not only this works like this, right? That means it's sold by description quantity like this, but also it works as if I would have done this. Description quantity total price. Let's say I'm doing this, right? But you know that if you do this, the sort is different, right? You know that. You can do this and this. So in a 2.0 version, right? I'm working on, I don't know if I have, I'm working on a version, right? Where I'm going to have this here, Java, where you can move quantity underneath total. You can do that. Can do like a polar draggable. I'm working on this, on a 2.0, that you can drag, right? Like this, like here. I mean, like here, right? You do this and this, you can drag. See? I'm working on this, so that will be a 2.0. Also, when you get longer, right, to sort, sometime, it gets longer to sort. Where is I thought I had this message coming, but where is the spinner? That the pesos. Why I don't have sorts? Why I have no spinner here? Close spinner. Oh, yeah. I need to show that. So if it takes longer to sort, right? I have this. As it takes, to why doesn't close it? It should have. So I have this. Oh, it closed. So you understand? So as you sort, if it takes some time, you can see this, a spinner like this. And that's the Java stuff. So let me deactivate it because. But if you don't have any question, we can land.
If you are changing the field z sort order get blah multi to the sort the user is requesting, how can this work for multi-user sorting?
It works with multi users because first of all, this is a calculation, right? So you won't bump on this because I never thought about this, that it will. I don't think it will be a problem because I need to check on this. The multiple user, because this is a global field. All of those are global. So this is a global field. You understand? So everything global. So, right? It's a global. So it won't be a problem because it's a global field. You know, everything here global, 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 global. So, because the calc will reflect whatever it is on the global field, right? So we need to test it. But because it's not my first rodeo on this, right? So I already use it for many, 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 but it wasn't that clean and that perfect. Before, I was using a technique that was slow, right? Because here I'm using one field for sorting, okay? One. Before I had 3 fields for sorting. Actually, I had 6 fields. I had the field for numbers, the field for date, and the field for text. And I had the field for number, descending, text descending, date descending. I think so. I have 6 fields. And I was putting data in each field. If it was descending text, I was putting the data in the text descending field to be sorted. But here I had 6 fields, right? 3 like this and 3 like this, right? Well, that was slow. When you start doing like this, it's super slow, right? So no, since this is global, since the source field is a global field, there's no problem. The calculation will show you the data of the global, and you won't bump. So, but to be tested.
Okay, and then last question. The field you are sorting on is a global also. That can't be indexed.
Which field? No, the field is not the field you sort is not a global. The field you put the field you put all your stuff to manipulate the calc is a global. So I can put description and quantity here. Somebody can put something here, something else, but I will have description and quantity, and the other guy will have another thing. But next week because we are almost on the second hour now.
Yes. This will be continued at a later date. I have to go to a meeting,
Yes.
unfortunately. So thank you
Yeah.
everyone for coming. And Nick, thank you for doing this. People have been talking about how brilliant this is in the chats. So
Okay, cool, cool. Now it's really it's a really really cool feature.
yes, this is stellar. A lot of ways to use this. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Have a great weekend, all of you, and see you next week.
Yeah, see you Monday. Bye.
Bye.